তো আইডি প্রুফ চাইছে জেপিইজি ফরম্যাট দাঁড়া আচ্ছা না ওইরকম নয় এটা এখানে ফটো আইডি প্রুফ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ তো স্ক্যান কপি অফ ইয়ার ফটো আইডি না ফটো আপলোড করারও জায়গা আছে যে এটা ফটো
আমি এখানে ফটো দিলাম ওখানে ফটো আপলোড
ও আচ্ছা একটা ফটো হলেই হবে ঢোকানো হয়ে গেছে A quick brown fox jumped over a lazy dog. না ওটা যা লেখা আছে তাই বলতে এটার পেনটা কোথায় গেল তিন মিনিট ও তো আমাকে এইগুলো করার জন্য আগে থাকতো ও জলটা দাও ওই সরো বাজারে জল খেয়ে টাইম নিতে একটা বাড়িতে এনভায়রনমেন্ট থাকলে এমনি হয়ে যায় কেউ একটু কম স্ট্রং থাকলেও মানে সেটা রিকভার নেই না না এমনিও আমারও গলা শুকিয়ে যায় হয় এটা অরুণ তাড়াতাড়ি এসো আর তোর টাইম হয়ে গেল তোমার এখনই শুশু করতে যেতে হলো দরজাটা ভালো করে দিবে এসো আর 1 মিনিট আগে তোমাকে ঢুকতেই হবে রে
একটা কথা চিন্তায় এরকম কোনো চিন্তাধারা লাগে উঠে যায়
থিওরির কোয়েশ্চেন হলে একদম বলবে ওয়ান লাইনে লিখবে, আমি লিখছি। নো, নট পয়েন্টার্স, জাস্ট ওয়ান লাইন ইজ এনাফ। আর ওয়ান লাইন উইথ এক্সাম্পল এরকমভাবে লিখবে। থিওরি হলে 3.5। আর যখন
পোস্টিং ওয়ান লাইন জাভা
উইথ এক্সাম্পল, হ্যাঁ। আর যদি কোয়েশ্চেন হয়, মানে তোমার কোয়েশ্চেন হয়, তাহলে তোমার ফুল। আমি জয়েন করলাম 40 সেকেন্ডস। ওকে, ওকে।
Hello, Sohini.
Yeah, hi Thapa. I think I have pronounced your name properly, right?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Sorry, I was on mute. Can you hear me and see me properly? Hi Thapa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I
Yeah.
pronouncing your name properly, or it's like?
Yeah, you can call Hanumant. Okay.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
I
Can you show me your
ID
ID proof?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sohini, right? Okay.
Yes, Sohini.
Yeah. Thanks, Sohini.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Sohini, can you start with the interview process?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, meanwhile, can you introduce yourself, Sohini,
Yeah.
about your professional things?
Yeah, sure. So I'm working as a full stack senior engineer. Yeah, hi, Hanuman. Uh, I
Yeah.
think you got disconnected. Now you can hear me properly, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sorry, it's my mistake only.
yeah, no problem. That's
Yeah,
absolutely
please
fine.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me introduce. Okay, so hi, this
Mm.
is Sohini. I am working last 7 years in full stack development, which consists like Java, J2E technologies. Last 3 years, I'm working in Spring Boot and microservices. I do have experience in Spring framework like Spring JPA, Spring Hibernate, Spring MVC, Spring REST, and with add-ons last 2 years I'm working as part of front end as well. Front end I'm using React, this JavaScript library. Apart from this, I got opportunity to do some hands-on in deployment cycle as well. So we have used in our project Docker and Kubernetes to manage our containers. And yeah, apart from these things, I means means that apart from these daily activities, I also train the new joiners, and as well as I take sessions inside my team to have always a collaborate and also a knowledge sharing session, which can be good for my like means if we will share knowledge and if we will means explain something, that will be good, right? Always I will gain something, right? So for that I do this knowledge sharing session from my end. And
Okay.
regarding the project, the one I am working currently, that is a voice activation manager. So it is a telecommunication project. So what it is does, like we are using these SIM cards, right? So these SIM cards, when we will communicate within the country, we can communicate outside the country, and we can communicate within state also. Okay, so these
Mhm.
kind of voice always we are passing through our channels. So because of that, as it is handling with real time data, we are following event driven architecture on this. And the front end, we trigger few jobs as well from our back end, and we trigger from means front end app, front end application as well. So front end application is done in React, and back end we are using Spring Boot and Kafka. Okay, and also we have secured our Kafka topics with JWT tokens, so that we can follow these subscriber models. Like any subscriber cannot come to subscribe to our data, right? To maintain that, we have done that JWT security as well. If you would like to know more about it, then I can specifically show you some diagram how we are maintaining the architecture and all.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. No problem in that topic. Shall we move on to the technical aspects,
Yes, yes,
Sohini?
sure.
Okay. So we can start with that core Java stuffs and others. Okay. Can you elaborate what is encapsulation in Java?
Yes. So, okay. Meanwhile, can I share my screen? Means, or else if you give any editor from your end, that will be also fine.
It's okay. No problem. It's a
Like if I will give with example now, it will be like somewhat easy for me. That's why I am requesting you, if you don't mind.
okay. No problem. Share your screen. I don't have
Okay.
any tools. Okay. If
Okay.
I'll skip this web page, it will get disconnect. So.
Oh, okay, okay. No problem. I will share my screen. You just see. I will not use any editor. I will use Notepad only. Okay. You
Mhm.
let me know once you can see my screen. Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now in Java, everything is object, right? So in our project, whenever we are trying to pass our data, we always create a object class. So encapsulation in Java is refers to the mechanism to means bundling the data and its methods, like we do getters and setters, right? So like that. So suppose I have a class called person only, suppose say, and in that I have some ID. Okay, so I have, suppose I will declare private and int, suppose say ID. Okay, and I have one more thing, private string name. Okay, so these two is the data, we are binding it in one class. So this is only known as encapsulation. Now for this, we will write the constructor for this particular class. We will write the constructor, also we will write the getter setters. To get and set means to update the data. Nowadays we do one more solution, like we use lombok dependency in our code, and we no need to write so much boilerplate code. for getters and setters. We can just annotate it as at the rate data, and we can get all the like required things, getters, setters. Then we can get the no argument constructor, everything. So this is only known as encapsulation. So it promotes the mainly data hiding.
Okay, which means to say we can hide only that what mm, what is
We can see,
properties.
yeah, we
Mhm.
can hide this as you can see, right? I have declared it as private. So private means we can always means this particular variable is accessible inside this class only. Okay, now what we will do when we are going to use this person object in some other class, we will create the instance of it. Once we create the instance, with that we will be here defining get name, or we will be here defining set name, right? With that we will be getting the data. With get name
Okay,
we will get the data, and with set name we will be able to update the data. So that means we will be able to means directly this class is not accessible. This can be means this one, once we create the instance, then only we can do that. For this get method we will do public, huh? And as I am main string, so type will be string, and then I will return name. Okay, whatever the name it will come, that I will return, like that.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So what is the constructor used in this class?
Okay, here we
Why we
have
are okay? Don't write anything. Okay,
okay.
why we are using constructor
Yeah,
basically?
so whenever we will create in, suppose in some class like a new person, okay, so
Mhm.
in that case we means automatically no art constructor means we are having two type of constructor. One is with arguments, another with no argument. So with arguments we will just declare this public person, and we will be getting the constructor. Okay, so that constructor, whenever we will assign this new person na, it will be automatically getting called. Now if we want to initialize with some data like id1 and name is Sohini, in that case that argument constructor, like the where I have kept this id and name, that constructor will come into picture, and we will be able to assign the object. So it is mainly used to initialize the object of the class.
Initialize the object of the class. Is
Yeah.
it mandatory to have the constructor in class?
Yeah, of course, like this kind of entity class we should have.
Okay.
To
So
access
with
it,
the
I think, no, 1 minute, this no art constructor, if we are not declaring also, jvm internally do it, means internally it will create a constructor. I feel I feel we need it. Yes, it will automatically default constructor, it will be getting created.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the object class in Java?
Yeah, so object class, yeah, so in java, as I told at the first only, everything is object. Okay,
Mhm.
so means suppose we have string class, we have arrays class. So everything, or whatever we are using now, this person, whatever dynamically we will write, so everything is a object. So in java, object is kind of the means what to say, like object is the uh, data structure or the behavior, we can say. Okay, so whatever we declare in java, it is kind of object. Everything follows object. Now
Okay,
inside,
that's fine.
yeah.
Do we have object class in Java?
Yes, of course we have object class.
Okay. What and all methods it has?
Yeah, so mainly we use toString, hash code, field also one thing will be there. Wait, let me remember. So it's toString. Okay, I forgot. Equals will be one thing will be there. Then, then clone, clone will be
Mhm.
there, and get class. Yeah, I remember these things. But mainly we
Okay.
use this hash code and toString. Like for every
Okay.
this kind of
It's
classes,
okay.
now we use toString. We override
Yeah.
toString methods. Yeah.
But you said clone, right?
Hmm.
What is the difference between a deep clone and shallow clone?
Okay, deep clone and shallow clone, right? So, one minute. Java. Okay, so shallow clone, that might
Yeah,
okay.
remove this content.
Okay, remove this content. Okay.
Okay, you keep it on. So
Sorry.
keep it open your
Okay. Okay.
video.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Where is? Oh. Minute. Stop. Yeah, you can see, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So in shallow clone, that creates one minute, let me think. It's like a new object that when we will create a new object, in that case I think like person we have done, right? So that is kind of shallow clone. And the deep clone, no, I forgot the things. It's implementing the clonable one. If we will do, then in that case I think it okay. Can you please give me some insights on that? Means, am I telling correct? Like deep clone,
Okay.
whenever we do
So in that naming convention itself, you can find the answer: shallow and deep.
Okay. Means I think in means deep clone or shallow clone, somewhere we implement this clonable interface. Okay, so that part I got a little bit confused. So we never use this concept, but this is a very big concept in Java. So that I forgot. Somewhere we do that clonable. It will be shallow copy or deep copy. I am unable to recall it actually. You can means yeah.
Okay. What is abstract class and what is the difference between abstract and interface
Yeah.
in high level?
Yeah. So abstract class means whenever like if okay, first let me tell abstract class. Yeah, so abstract class means whenever we are creating an abstract class, for that we will create the abstract method as well. Okay, so this abstract class in Java, that provides like a partial implementation. Okay, like we are creating an abstract, suppose person, and in that we are creating abstract some method, which method name is get name, suppose say. Okay, so in that abstract method we won't give any implementation. Okay, now if we are coming to the interface, in that case what is going to happen, like we will declare interface person, and in that whatever method we will declare, it will be considered as a abstract method. There also we are not going to implement sorry, we are not going to define any definition of that method. Now what will be the difference? Now in abstract class we cannot perform multiple inheritance on top of abstract class, whereas in case of interface we can perform the multiple inheritance. Now even if we like one interface that can implement another interface as well. Okay, so these are the kind of things. And nowadays after Java 8 in this means
Okay. My extending question is, can we create the object for abstract classes?
object for abstract classes. Object for abstract classes. Object static method we will, yeah, we can create. It's not, means it's not, see, if there is any static method, something will be there. No, abstract classes, right? So it has to be extended by other class. Okay, so they cannot instantiate their own. So, no. Abstract class we won't be able to create it. No, we won't be able to create that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, that is
So can you give me the reason why we can't?
uh, like mm, how can I say? Mm, okay, so this uh, mm, we are always, we will be extending by the subclass. Then abstract method. Um, it will always be extended, right? So how
Okay.
can we? No, the thing is, abstract class by subclass it will be always extended. Okay. Now, if we are how can we means it will be
Can you
always.
repeat my question, Sohini?
Yeah, please, go ahead.
What is my question? What was my question?
Abstract class, why can't we means why can't we create the
Instantiate.
object for, yeah, why can't we instantiate, like you are saying, like person, however I have done, like person, p equal to new person, like that
Mm.
abstract class, how can't we instantiate right?
Mhm.
You mean to say that only, right?
That only, but
Yeah.
I asked that reason means
Okay.
internal data structure.
Yes. Yeah.
How object defined and class defined. So
Yes.
where
Yeah. So the thing is, if we are going to extend some abstract class for a child class, in that case, what is the need to instantiate it, right? So we will be
Mhm.
means always means since this abstract class is not fully implemented in that class, so it would be inappropriate, right? For to how, why we will create
can
it.
you can you can you answer means tell one abstract class in Java? Any one abstract class in Java existing.
Existing abstract class. Abstract class. Um, like I don't know. Means I can
Okay, no
create one
problem.
and I can show you that, but no, I don't know.
Okay. Can we override main method?
No, we cannot override main method. We cannot
Can we
because
overload main method?
we can overload.
Okay, no problem. Okay. How are you good in exceptions?
Yeah, so exception we have handled for means to improve the scalability, maintainability of our product. We always handle
Mhm.
exception. Previously, we used to do it using try, catch, and finally
Mm.
block. Okay, so whatever business logic we are writing, there might be some possibility that exception can occur. So we can
Okay.
handle exception through this catch block, even if in case
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
yeah.
It's okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Can you rate yourself? How you are good in exception out of 5? How many points you want to rate it?
Uh, for
4,
because
right?
yeah, because nowadays as I work in Spring Boot, so I
Uh-huh.
use this
Correct.
local exception, also global exception, local controller exception, global controller exception, and now we have
Mm-hmm.
very big concepts like we inside local controller, if inside the controller we want to handle some specific exception, in that case
Mm-hmm.
we will be doing it using at the rate exception handler. Now in case
It's
of
okay.
global, we will be means suppose for every controllers there can be arithmetic exception, there can be file not found exception. In those case we will means define a class with at the rate controller advice,
That's
and for yeah each exception handler we use.
okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever explanation you have given, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me. So when we are using exception in inheritance, what and all rules we have to follow? For example, okay. So we have one class, person class.
Okay.
Okay, person class is throwing checked exception.
Okay.
Okay,
Python class
so
throws checked exception. Yeah.
I'm just asking rules, okay?
Yes.
So that person, when we are implementing, consider its person is like one interface. When we are implementing that person class, okay? So what and all rules we have to follow when we are implementing that person class?
Okay.
Basically, rules of exception when we are using in okay
Okay. Rules of
inheritance uh,
inheritance,
inheritance
like
concept.
we will
Hmm.
like you are saying in some other class we will implement this person. Okay.
Hmm.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So um what are all rules we need to follow? Rules means like this checked exception will be checked exceptions. That means it will be checked and unchecked. Checked means compile time exception, right? So first of all, do we need to throw this checked exception? Like we can automatically get in compilation time only, right? And if we are doing also, in that case, like if the person class throws this checked exception, then any subclass that will be overriding that must means handle that the same exception using this try catch block. Means inside the catch block I will be means I will be writing checked exception E or something CE like that. That has to be followed. First of all, checked exception means compile time exception. Now runtime, if anything you are saying, that's fine. But means my question is, do we need to handle this checked exception? Like we can get it in compile
No,
time
no.
only, right?
Generally, I asked, okay, when we are
Okay.
handling in exceptions,
Okay.
no, what
Okay.
and all rules we have to follow.
Yeah.
Some
For
rules are
like main rule is whatever we are throwing is checked, unchecked. Whenever we are implementing it somewhere, definitely we have to write it in catch block. And if multiple is there, we need to follow the pipe symbol.
okay. Okay. What is the difference between no class definition found error and class not found exception? When we will
Class,
get it?
yeah, we
What
can
is
get
the
it.
difference?
Yeah, class not found, I know. Class not found is like if the class is not getting in, means that class it we did not get with that name, class not found exception, then it can occur. Then no class, class. Tell me once again, no class definition error, right? So that is, I think. Okay, okay, I got it. I think if suppose we did not create the person, but we try to initiate it, it is in compile time, checked exception. So if we have any class now, means any class, suppose say we are trying to means already try to initialize, but the class is already not created. So in that case, class definition not found will come. And if runtime it will come, that class not found, that instance of that class it will not get in JVM.
No class definition found error when it will come
It
while
is
compiling
compile
or
time. It is compile time. No class definition found.
okay. Okay. What is the internal data structure of uh, map?
Internal data structure of map. Okay. We think 1 minute. Map means we will be having two kind of things, right? So some okay, map means it's okay, each array is only right an array that array that means I think it's arrays only, but it will keep that key and value pair as we means no, map is map that is array list, right? Map will be it will be typically an array only. Link where yes, correct only. Array only. It will be having each bucket will be having key and value pair. Array only.
Okay.
Yeah, array only. Yes.
Okay. What is thread local in Java?
Thread local. You mean to say like for thread class we will be extending this thread class, right? That thread one. Or,
Mhm.
no,
Thread
it is
local.
thread local.
Mm.
Um, okay, like while we will do debugging na, at that time we will be uh, assigning some values in the thread. That is the thread local kind of you are saying.
Okay.
Means
So how are you good in strings?
yeah,
So
string I am good at it. I can write
okay.
code
What is
accordingly.
string in Java actually?
String is an object only. That is kind
Okay.
of a wrapper class also we can say. Like Java we cannot say it is a fully object oriented language. Up to the time
Okay.
wrapper class did not come into picture, but once it
Mhm.
came, then we can say it is a object oriented language only. So string is kind of a wrapper which is always following the objects only. Like in from
You
object,
mean
from object we have this toString equals hash code, these methods, right? Everything is overridden by string as well.
So you mean to say string is an object? Can we like change the string of the object?
No, that is an immutable object. Sorry, I
It's
forgot to mention
immutable.
that. It's immutable object. Yeah, we
Okay,
can do.
what it mean by immutable?
Yeah, immutable means. Can you allow me to share screen? No.
It's okay, just explain. No?
Okay, okay.
We
So
have to cover
inside
it.
heap memory, we have a string pool constant. Okay. Now we have stack memory as well. So once we are creating string str equal to Sohini. Okay. So what will happen in stack? We will get s equal to s. We will get into stack, and the Sohini that will be getting created in string pool. Okay. So this s will be pointing to that string pool. Now this, why I am calling it as immutable. Inside string pool, immediately garbage collection, these things cannot happen. So once I created Sohini, it will be created there only. Suppose now s1 came and also assigned with the same value. This s1 will also point to that object reference of Sohini in string pool only. So that's why we are calling it as immutable.
Okay, immutability.
Yeah.
Can we achieve other object as an immutability? Can we write the
Like we can write
make
our
it
own custom object for that.
custom objects?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
For that we need to write static final every suppose in case of person only, if we are doing so final means we cannot, means that is only the constant value, right? So every time we need to create the instance, we only can get the value, we cannot set the value. Okay, in case of person, if I am saying, okay,
Yeah,
so
okay.
like that we can achieve.
Okay. What? How will you handle session in J2EE concept? Explain it.
Sorry, can you please come again?
How do you handle sessions? Session.
Sessions. You
Yeah.
mean to say, okay, HTTPD sessions. You
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you can take generally if you want.
Okay, okay. HTTPD sessions. So in APIs you are saying to manage it, right? Like okay, so like means as per whatever I understood from that, let me tell. Like if we are trying to fetch any data from means using Postman or using our UI only. Okay, in that case, from HTTP session we can get the request body, or else we can get the means request body or request param also we can get. So with help of that we can start create the session dot create session, and then we can send that. If in case of request body we will set using payloads like a JSON data or a XML data. I mostly worked in JSON data only. So that JSON data we will send, and that it should accept in my API. So at the rate request body I will define the object, like suppose it in case of person object, so I'm expecting a payload which should be looks like this person. Now I will ultimately processing the business logic going to the service, then DAO, then I will get back to response entity. Now here we can, if it is post, mostly we do mostly we send a like a string, and with that HTTPD code, like if it is successful or not. In case of success we go for this 200, or in created we go for 201, like that. So like that we can handle this session, I feel. Am I audible, Hanuman? Hello? Hi Hanuman, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll continue on that
Session.
framework stuffs.
Okay,
Okay.
framework. Yeah, please.
Okay. How you good in Spring?
Yeah, spring. Spring.
Can you rate yourself out of 5?
Like see, I will tell you, like this spring boot and spring, these things are almost interrelated, right? So at the first I started my career to work in spring MVC, spring rest, and spring hibernate. Then I came to spring boot completely. I moved to spring boot. So in that perspective, if you are asking spring, I will give for spring boot also for.
Okay. What is a IOC in Spring?
Yeah, IOC. So inversion of control, you mean to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in Spring, we have this IOC as a design principle. Okay, so which controls the means object creation, like the dependency injection, these things. Now, once inside the Spring, we are creating, like we will be creating these bins. We will be creating some object. So that will be that we no need to create, like in normal jet we will create new, like that, right? So that portion of code will be automatically handled by Spring Container. So that is only known as Spring IOC. Again, I'm unable to hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, Hanuman, can you hear me? Yeah, but I'm unable to hear you. You can post the questions in the chat so that I can answer. Or else you can call me also directly in my phone. Yeah, Hanuman. I'm still unable to hear you.
How about now?
Yeah, now I'm able to hear you. Yes.
Okay, it's okay. Maybe some technical issue.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. See, something when we are creating this thing, right? So,
Hmm.
sorry, when we'll go with that IOC concept, right, in Spring, how can we achieve um, Sohini? So we can't see simply we can't tell okay without creating new object we can't have one object in Java, right, or in framework. So how can we achieve that?
Like we will be in form, we will be already having that means dependency, right? The Spring
Uh-huh.
IOC. Whenever we are using the Spring framework, at that time we will be having the dependency. So from that only
Hmm.
IOC dependency injection, these are default things from Spring framework. So that automatically will be there. We no need to create it.
Okay. What and all containers, Spring containers we have? Which and all?
Spring containers.
Hmm.
Spring containers. IOC containers we have, like we have IOC containers. We have dependency injection. That is not called a container. Now, okay, containers means what are the modules you mean to say in Spring, or it's like no. Containers, right? So yes. We have Bean Factory. We have application
Mhm.
context. We will be means in the Spring Boot starter class itself. There itself, we will do that application context dot run. Then it will be getting created. Sorry, I missed out this point. I could have tell this before. Only. Sorry. I got it. Yeah. So we can use Bean Factory as well. Currently, we use this application context.
Okay. Can you differentiate at the rate controller, at the rate repository, at the rate services? In which
Yes.
level we are using?
Yeah. So in like in Spring, what is that? In Spring Boot, what we do, like we means if we are following a architecture, we have three things like model, view, controller. Now to achieve that, whenever we are calling from our UI or from some API end we are trying to hit, in that case what it will follow, first it will go to controller, then it will go to services, and then it will go to DAO layer. Okay, and there can be DAO implementation layer as well. Okay, now this controller part, always we do it using at the rate, means we always annotate it using at the rate controller. Service one, we always annotate it, means all the business logic, controller, we will be having all the endpoints defined. Now the business logic we will write in service, so that part we will define it with at the rate service. Now DAO part, we also have to create the models. For that we use at the rate data Lombok dependency, and we create that. And DAO, we can keep JPA class as well. So mostly we nowadays we do JPA, and we at the rate entity we do it. And okay, in case of JPA, if we are trying to initialize JPA, then in that case we will be implementing a JPA repository as well in our project. Suppose person one table is there, we have created a JPA class for that, and for that we will be having a JPA repository as well. In that we will implement this JPA repository, and default this commands will be available. But if we want to create some our custom command, in that case we can use at the rate query, and in that value equal to the query also we can give. So controller class is to annotate it as a controller class, service is for to service class. Nowadays we do it not at the rate controller only, we can do it with at the rate rest controller as well.
What is the difference in at the rate controller and rest controller?
Okay, so I think oh, 1 minute. Let me come to that. Actually, I have introduced it, but I forgot. So at the rate controller, that is to like HTTP this model view controller. In this kind of architecture we do. For at the rate rest controller, I think this annotation is for like RESTful web services. For that only we mostly use. Like in traditional this web application, we used to use at the rate controller mostly. But in case of this RESTful APIs, what we have introduced like Spring REST, right? So that one we use for at the rate REST controller.
What is auto wiring, Sohini?
Yeah, so I will give you an example. Like in I said, right, from controller to we will go for business logic services. Now this service class we need to inject in our class. So because of that, we always do at the rate auto wiring. So Spring IOC container will take care of creation of the object for that particular class. This service we will inject at the rate auto add, and we can achieve it. Means we can use that service class. We can call any method from it, directly calling by that.
Basically, why we are using auto wire?
So auto add mechanism, it resolves the dependency injection. You mean to say that word, right? Dependency injection we have. For that we are using. Like from controller, we have the service class dependency.
Okay,
That
how will you create object in Spring?
how we will create the object in
Objects in.
Spring. Like I told now, at that at being we will define it, right? So Spring IOC will take care of it to create the object of it.
So @bean only will provide the object. Huh?
Um, I think so. 1 minute. No, not only at no. Okay, 1 minute. There is a concept. This at the rate auto wired. I think internally it will be implement at the rate component as well. So mainly the thing is at the rate component only. Mostly it will create this means objects. Okay. So internally I think the at the rate component it will be means I read in document. I saw also somewhere at the rate auto had been these things will be means at the rate component will be internally implemented in that implemented or extended like that in that. I forgot that, but at the rate component is responsible to create that. Mostly I remember that.
Okay, how will you avoid ambiguity in Spring?
Ambiguity in Spring. Can like mm, it means okay. So you mean to say like multiple beans? It will be getting create. No, ambiguity means same type of things we will be able to get created, right? Means we may mistakenly we have created, right? That concept only you are saying, right? Am I
Ambiguity
correct?
means duplicating.
Duplicating, yes, the same kind of object if we will create. So we can define at the rate qualifier and we can give separate name for that, and we can achieve like that.
Okay, what is singleton and prototype beans scope in Spring?
Singleton prototype scope. Okay. So a class, uh, whole application when we are trying to means trying to build it at a once only that instance of that object instance will be getting created and it will be shared in the whole application.
Okay, we'll move to that Hibernate. Why do we need Hibernate? Can we tell me in 3 sentences only?
Yeah. So previously we used to use JDBC. Now also still performance wise it will see sometimes Hibernate is means sometimes JDBC works better than Hibernate, but it's a kind of a layer. Like first it is means we will do the connection using JDBC only internally and
Tell me advantage only. Advantage.
advantage.
Okay,
So
don't explain it. What is JDB? Hibernate?
it is the ORM module, okay,
Hmm.
that simplifies the database accessing, then mapping with object in Spring. So these kind of things it can be done easily. No need to write so many boilerplate codes.
Okay. Um, you mean to say Hibernate is like no separate model? What you are saying, right?
A separate module than
Sep- sep-
J-
huh?
separate module than JDBC. You mean to say?
Yeah, something you explained, right?
No, I was saying JDBC is internally working in Hibernate, that framework. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
internally it is using JDBC only. On top of JDBC, we have introduced this Hibernate layer that Spring does internally. So sometimes when we do batch processing, this kind of things, we usually go for JDBC, not go for this Hibernate because time constraint. Like JDBC can give better
Okay.
performance.
Can you tell me that scope of object in Hibernate?
Scope of object.
Yeah.
Scope of object. Scope of object. Um, Scope of object. I'm unable. Can you give me some insights of it? Means I am unable to recall it actually.
Okay. So when we are using like some methods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dot save. So dot update. So
Mm-hmm.
the scope of the object, whatever we are having in the Hibernate class, right? So it will get changed. What and all scope it has?
Mm, No, I don't know much about this one. No, I couldn't
Okay.
recall also. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to that queries. Okay. Can
Yeah.
you write, do you aware of joiners, right?
Yes, join queries, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You just define, don't write. Okay.
Hmm.
What is self join?
Okay. 1 minute. Okay. So, uh, it will be how it will be select from one employee table by a team and mm, okay. So it means I'm telling you with a query. So if I have a employee table and uh, correct or no, I'm saying can I write once the query in the chat itself
No,
like
no explanation I asked.
okay. So um, okay, like if we have a single table only, not it is not related to two tables. In a single table only, if we want to check some condition, in that case we can go for self join itself.
Okay.
I can provide an
I,
example like in a
it's okay, no problem.
yeah.
I am done with my hand. Do you have any queries, Sohini?
Yeah. So first of all, the thing is, thanks for this very nice knowledge sharing session. So
It's okay.
thanks for joining also. And
Yeah.
yeah, I would like to know like what is the like what we are doing in project. Okay, like
Mhm.
project. What are the responsibilities I'm going to get on? What are the technologies we are using? And are we doing any performance tuning and all those things or not? If you can elaborate in 2 3 lines.
Yeah, basically, yeah, I agree with your whatever what other things you have asked. First of all, thanks to you. Thing is that it is generic hiring. Okay,
Okay.
so not particularly to this kind of project, and this is level on screening. Okay,
Okay.
these questions you may ask in manager level.
Oh, okay, okay,
It's
okay,
if best. Okay,
okay, okay,
so when it will go to that manager level, no, there for a particular project, he will screening and he will let you know.
okay, okay. So is
Anything
it
else you want?
yeah? Is it a bench hiring or is it a direct project
No, no,
hiring?
it's a project hiring only,
Okay,
but it's not belongs to that one project.
okay,
It's
okay,
kind of one.
okay. And last one more question. Like I'm not asking any rejection or selection feedback. I'm just asking like if you can give a general feedback like what are the areas still I need to work and that will be helpful actually. So if you can tell me.
Yeah, that's what. So you have to improve in what basic level stuffs.
Okay.
Okay, a little bit confusion you have. Okay, your answer is like bit selective. Okay,
Okay.
once you have to start in that explanation. No, see your answer is like for one question to another question it will be very different,
Okay.
not in that keen mode.
Okay.
There you have to improve, I hope.
Okay. 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 Sure. Sure. I will definitely improve it. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Okay, no problem. Okay, I will provide this feedback to our HR.
yeah.
HR will
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
back to you.
Sure. 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 Thank you,
Yeah.
Hanuman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.